So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute, man. Listen, when it comes to street performers, bro, I like street performers. I think they're like a step up from like the creepy carny dudes or creepy carny people that you see at like the carnivals. I think they're like, you know what I mean? They're them, but less creepy. You know what I mean? In comparison. Like, I feel like when I go to like carnivals, and it's no knock to some of them, because some of them are cool, but some of them you look at and you be like, ain't you wanted for murder, bro? Like, ain't you wanted for murder? No, I done seen you on something wanted. The wanted, you know what I mean? I be feeling like that about something. Like, you be walking around them carnivals, you be gripping and holding your kids' hands tight. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like street performers is a step up from that, because there's this one hypnosis dude, this hypnotist, that's the proper word for it. I'm working on my This hypnotist, I want to see this dude perform. I'm telling you, I got to find his name. You see him a lot on Facebook, but I want to see this dude live and in person and see it, like, to make sure. But this video here is 15 street performers that will amaze you. So we're gonna check it out. If y'all new, man, hit that subscribe button, join the fam, and let's see.
City, you'll see some truly epic street performances. Street performers all over the world have turned their creativity and imagination into a dramatic art form.
That's a fact, especially like down in New Orleans. Let me check my volume, y'all. Especially down in like New Orleans. Yeah, bro. That was one of the highlights of the trip.
Leaving passerbys in awe. If you've ever visited La Rambla in Barcelona, you will know that street performers are taking their craft to the next level with intricate and awe-inspiring costumes and magic tricks. People flock from across the globe to check out the artists on this famous Spanish street, and the appreciation for street performances seems to have spread to every corner of the earth. What
happened to that dude? Y'all remember that dude? He like went super hella viral.
Flying furniture to levitating crystal balls. These are the 15 street performers that will amaze you. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Missing Files, and click.
See, I feel like the only thing I'm missing right now is a drink in my hand, bro. Give me a drink in my hand and I'm good.
Click the notification bell for the best daily videos. Eugenio. We all know and love the Genie. We first fell in love with him in the 1992 Disney film Aladdin, when the late great Robin Williams lent his voice to the supernatural blue being. But since then, the Genie has become a cultural icon, known for being generous, giving, witty, and hilarious. No wonder street performer Mauro Tori decided to take the Genie persona in his world-famous act. If you're strolling down the street in Europe, or in attendance of one of the popular busker festivals, then maybe you'll be lucky enough to catch this magically levitating Aladdin character. He's dressed in an elaborate royal blue genie costume that appears to be floating out of a golden lamp on an elegant silk-covered platform below. So how does this...
See, a lot of people like, dang, why I ain't think of that? You know what I'm saying? Why I ain't think of that? Just stand there and people walk by and give you tips. And they make good money. I know, because you got to think about it, fam. A lot of times you done been drinking or whatever, so you overly tip. They be making bank out there.
Illusion work. There's definitely more than meets the eye when it comes to this mystical trick. Like other levitating street performers, a series of connected metal poles attached to a strong foundation are weaved through the artist's costume, concealing the supportive solid frame. It may be all an illusion, but it sure is an awesome one, and either way, what's great about this guy is that he's here to put a smile on people's faces. Little trinkets, treasures, and sweets are his gift to the world. Have you ever seen a street performer like this? Let us know down below.
You know know he making? What y'all think he making? Put it in the comment section.
Iatro
Per day.
On the steps of the world-famous Sacre Coeur in Paris, France, this talented guy really raises the bar for street performers around the world. Iatro is a soccer player who was linked to some of the biggest clubs in France, including Paris Saint-Germain. Nowadays, he's taken his skills freelance, performing for adoring crowds as a freestyle footballer street artist. We wonder if these tourists here even realize that he's a Guinness record holder. Born in Guinea, Iatro now calls Paris his home and is well known in the city for his awesome ball tricks. He's even been booked by sporting giants Nike to perform for them. It's astonishing to watch this soccer star keep the ball in the air using his whole body with the stunning Paris skyline as his backdrop. Now that's gotta be a smelly locker room. Despite his obvious talent, Iatro says that the weather plays a huge part in his day job, as a strong wind can knock his ball right out of the air. On those days, he has to cancel his performances and wait for a beautiful sunny afternoon. So what do you think of this remarkable street performer? Are you impressed by his athletic art form? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The human transformer. Is it a car or is it a robot? Well, technically it's neither. That's right, it's a real-life transformer, walking and driving amongst us. Street performer Jocelyn Page spent around $700 constructing this totally awesome costume, which can scoot around the street on 4 wheels as well as strut around on 2 legs. It really is a work of art.
If none of y'all don't know where this is at, then y'all haven't been yet, and you need to go down to New Orleans, fam. You know what I mean? For those of us who know, yes. I got unfinished business down there.
She started out as a fire performer, twirling flames on batons in the streets, but fell in love with performing in her epic transformer costume. Previously, she lived in New Orleans, where the hot summer days proved to be too dangerous in the thick, bulky costume. After suffering heat stroke one day, Jocelyn headed to the infamous Bourbon Street in the evening, only to find herself facing the wrath of late-night revelers who were partying in the overcrowded streets. Having earned her stripes in the southern city, she took her Noyatron performance act to the more tranquil sidewalks of Ann Arbor. Jocelyn has finally settled on a patch in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where she can earn up to $700 in one day performing as a human transformer.
How many of y'all just said right then and there, like, okay, I need to do something else? Bro, earn up to $700 in a day? Imagine, like, and they said Bourbon Street is where she got her start. Imagine all those people coming down that strip. And the type of money, like I said, when you drinking, you give extra. You be giving extra. Like, up to $700 a day. Yeah. Some of y'all ready to walk off the job tomorrow. Go build you a little transformer costume, don't you?
Kids flock around the performer in awe of her spectacular outfit, and when her street performance went viral on YouTube, it got over 3.5 million views, earning this robot in disguise a place in the Street Performer Hall of Fame. So, guys, do you love this awesome costume? We've never seen anything quite like it. Ed Chyna. Forget the sidewalk. Ed Chyna is taking his performance art to the road. This wacky mechanic is famous for his extravagant pieces of art in Need for Speed, and his YouTube channel has over 450,000 subscribers. Yet this performer is absolutely obsessed with making furniture fly through the streets. He's also gained a few Guinness World Records, including titles for the fastest shed, toilet, bed, milk float, and the largest motorized shopping trolley. Ed Chyna found Hollywood fame with his TV show Wheeler Dealers, however decided to leave La La Land behind in favor of his British roots, leaving the show and moving back to England. Since then, he's been working on all his crazy projects to his heart's content. We love his jazzy motorized couch, nicknamed the Casual Loafer. This bizarre vehicle is the world's only street-legal sofa car and is officially the fastest piece of furniture on the planet at 140 kilometers per hour.
And did y'all hear him? Street legal. I know a lot of y'all like, man, I could have built that. Not me. I don't even know where to begin at, but it's street legal.
We don't know about you, but we usually like our couches parked in front of our television, not zooming down the highway. This fluffy leopard printed couch comes complete with a pizza tray steering wheel, a Mars bar handbrake, and flower pots for indicators. This streetwise presenter has one overactive imagination. You could even grab a drive-through meal without having to get up off of your chair, so would you drive this funky couch around town?
I'm that person. Some of y'all be like, oh my gosh, I'd be embarrassed. No, I'm that person. I'm not embarrassed. I drive it all over town.
Dan Mendez, the musical juggler. In at number 10, let's introduce you to one of the original street performer celebrities, Dan Mendez. This talented guy appeared on the iconic Johnny Carson Tonight Show back in the 1980s to share a mind-blowing new trick to the world and became an overnight showbiz sensation. Dan's unique routine combines comedy, music, and juggling, and he's performed in over 22 countries to audiences of millions. At first, his performance seems to be a standard juggling show. However, things take a marvelous and melodic turn when he introduces his piano into the mix. Yeah, this musical performer hits all the right notes using his juggling balls and bounces his way through tunes from pop music all the way to classical music. And if you've ever taken piano lessons, then you know how hard it is just to play this magnificent instrument with your finger, let alone tickling the ivories with a set of juggling balls. This superb trick takes amazing skill and precision, which is why he has moved on from simple street performances to huge gigs at basketball halftime shows and top television slots. We think this musical juggler is totally unique. Have you ever seen a street performer with an act anything like this? Petr Spatina. From one musical genius to another, our next street performer has created a totally one-of-a-kind performance. We couldn't believe our eyes when we saw this epic street performance. That's right, Petr Spatina has actually invented his own musical instrument, using nothing but drinking glasses and water. This simply stunning glass harp creates a hauntingly beautiful sound, just like the heavenly string.
Like, this is just making me feel like, you know what I mean? Like, man, come on. If this type of stuff don't inspire you, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Instrument. Hailing from Czech Republic, Petr is a farmer's son turned musical prodigy and has wowed numerous audiences, even appearing on TV shows. He composes his own songs using this ingenious harp, using 33 glasses filled with varying amounts of water to tune the glasses to different notes. He then wets his finger and plays the harp by sliding his fingers over the tops of the glasses, creating charming musical sounds. It just goes to show, you don't need an expensive instrument to become a musician. You can simply create your own at home. Now that's what we call...
And then that's not easy, fam. He gotta remember which glass to go to for a specific sound. Like, you know what I'm saying? So don't nobody just be like, I can just do it. No. That took time, dedication, like focus, attention, memory, like everything, bro. You gotta tip your hat to somebody like that.
A glass half full approach.
He was definitely one of the kids that was playing with his mama's pots instead of the toys she brought him. You know what I'm saying? The kid that would rather play with the pots and pans instead of the toys that was brought for him.
Love to see this guy in action on the streets of the Czech Republic. Wouldn't you? This street musician collab. In a clip that's been viewed over 11 million times, these two amazing artists bring together their talents in a way that is both spectacular and super low-key. Even if you're not a fan of hip-hop, their passion, heart, and soul will win over your heart. Infidelix is a street rapper from Denton, Texas, who makes his money busking in subways and train stations. One day, he quit his day job as a waiter and bought a one-way ticket to Spain, busking his way across Europe with dreams of sharing his raps with the rest of the world. It was a station in Berlin, Germany that he crossed paths with singer Sylvia Rodriguez, who heard his soulful bars over the beat of a song by the band Phantogram and felt compelled to join in with the now famous performance. These two strangers jamming went viral on YouTube after Sylvia uploaded their chance encounter. Despite their newfound fame, several copyright issues arose for the star-crossed musicians over the rights of the song because only one half of the duo uploaded the video. Legal problems aside, we still think this musical performance is stunning. What's the best busking performance you've seen in the subway? Tell us about it in the comment section below.
And then that's probably why he didn't let him just sing it, just didn't play it and hear it because of copyrights. I was like, when I want to hear it. So now I'm gonna have to stop this video. Well, not stop this one, but at the end of this video, I gotta go check it out and listen to it.
Isaac Ho. Our next amazing street performer is really good. Okay, bad pun aside. Isaac Ho is a true master of his craft, and watching him spin in this stunning wheel is absolutely mesmerizing. This awesome ring is called a seer wheel, and Isaac, the Taiwanese-born American performance artist, has been taking his spinning talents out on the road. His background involves ballet, jazz, tango, the Brazilian martial art capoeira, and even flame throwing. But this may be the most challenging of all the disciplines he's chosen. It took him a full year of practice before he was able to perform in public, and let's be honest, you need some real core strength to be able to whiz through the streets in
I'm dizzy just watching him.
the seer wheel. Ho loves his unusual and highly physical career and says the reason
Oh no, he's good.
I wanted to become a street performer is because I saw it as a job without an unpleasant boss, having a great deal of freedom, a way to travel. Well, we're just glad that Ho is sharing his graceful gift with the rest of the world. Just call him the Lord of the Rings. We kind of want to give it a go after watching Isaac spinning around the streets of Taiwan. How do you think you would do in the wonderful seer wheel?
It would have been like throw up everywhere, just projectile vomit all over the place. I never have anybody stand that nobody would ever tip me.
Gordo Drummer. An ordinary drummer from Australia found himself virtually famous when his percussive talents went viral online. With millions and millions of views on YouTube, Gordo has been drumming for over 10 years. And his bucket beats have taken him all over the world, from his hometown in Dubai, Australia, to living in Tokyo. People even approach him on the street in awe of his talent and book him for events and shows. In an age where people are more likely to carry business cards than they are loose change, Gordo is happy to be making a living doing what he loves, bashing buckets. The bizarre busker even has a YouTube channel where you can catch his latest street performances, as well as learn a bit of bucket drumming through his tutorials. When you've got an empty tub of paint anyway. South Africa.
Making money, he ain't even gotta, he just get him a couple buckets, don't cost him much, and everything else is profit.
African street performers. This bunch of South African street performers call their troupe the Soweto Skeleton Movers. And they have some truly mesmerizing tricks. One YouTube commenter even jokingly said, this was their last performance. They were locked up after this time for practicing witchcraft. Yeah, the work they do is magical and totally breathtaking. From levitating hats in the hair to contorting their bodies like rubber. These talented dancers use their limbs as skipping ropes and hula hoops, and their moves seem completely impossible. Do these guys have any bones at all? The Skeleton Movers took inspiration from the South African dance style, Pantsula, which originated in Soweto in the 1950s. Commuters in the township developed their own unique moves down in Isparapara, which was inspired by jumping on and off of moving trains. This was mixed with tap dance and formed the roots of the eye-popping moves you see before you today. Do you think you could pop it and lock it like the Soweto Skeleton Movers? Contact juggling performers. Ever since Fashigi brought out this seemingly gravity-defying crystal ball, performers have been entertaining audiences with this endless boundary-pushing tricks. But how much talent is involved, and how much is due to the ball? Despite looking like a magical crystal orb, this incredible toy is made from clear acrylic and contains lightweight mechanisms that help its user to create physics-bending illusions, also known as orb rolling, dynamic manipulation, and spherical balancing. This is an art form that requires plenty of practice and patience. You can see street performers from all over the world baffling crowds with this impressive contact juggling. Now, these awesome crystal balls are actually available on Amazon, so if you wanted to have one, you could totally do it. We've all found ourselves with a lot of free time on our hands lately, so why not pick up a magical new hobby?
I ain't gonna lie, it is like mesmerizing you, messing with your eyes, trying to figure out the entire time he was doing it. I'm like, how's he doing that? What am I not seeing? It's gotta be some kind of trick to it.
The Stone Stockman.
Oh.
Creepy at first, this stone-hearted troupe of performers blends seamlessly with Melbourne urban landscape before you realize that everything is not quite as it seems. These performance artists look just like a stone statue. However, a cheeky wink or a wave will shatter the illusion in a mere millisecond. The famous Stone Stockmen are local ground pleasers on the Australian city's street performance circuit, and when it comes to living statues, they don't come much better than this talented bunch. Standing frozen in perfect formation, the Stockmen don't move an inch as the busy crowds of Melbourne rush by and around them. One passerby reported that the street artist collected at least $500 in tips while he stood and watched them at work. We don't know about you, but we think we'd be totally fooled if we ever walked by the Stone Stockmen in real life. They're so convincing.
Bro, $500 in a day. Granted, they got to split it between each other, but that type of possibility, fam, just, you're talking to a guy who worked for a collection agency where I was making like 10 something an hour, working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, right? Like, come on, man. You know what the math is telling you, right? Struggling.
Ted Williams, the man with the golden voice. This street performer has a captivating story of being lost and found. Ted Williams is a talented voice artist with a kind of silky smooth tone that you would expect to hear in movie trailers.
I can't be an actor, I can't be an on-air personality, but the voice just became something of a development over years, and I went
radio broadcasting or sports commentary. However, after starting out his career in radio in the 1980s, life took a turn for Ted when he became homeless. He gained viral fame almost a decade ago as the man with the golden voice performing for change at a traffic light. With his talents rediscovered, he was hired again by the same radio station that gave him his first big break all those years ago. WVKO in Ohio gave the epic street performer a morning talk show called The Golden Voice Show. We're glad that his pitch-perfect voice can be heard on the airwaves once again.
Is he still doing it? I thought I had heard something had went wrong again. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. If y'all know though, put it in the comment section.
Pipe drums. If you thought that plumbers were the only ones who made a living working with pipes, then think again. Pipe drums is a German musical inventor who has brought a brand new instrument into the world. You guessed it, it's an incredible drum kit made entirely of recycled neon pipes. Drumming on these hollow tubes creates an echoing, percussive sound that can really carry a tune. It's an absolutely unique soundscape that draws in huge crowds who can't seem to pinpoint exactly what it is that they're hearing. This awesome musician has taken his homemade paint-splattered PVC pipes to the city streets and town squares of Germany and has even had a few festivals. Maybe he could collaborate with Gordo the Bucket Drummer to create a DIY supergroup.
And the hip-hop duo, gather them all. Look at here, man. I'll be the next DJ Khaled, bro. I get all the talent together.
Both have thousands of fans who would probably love to see them jam together. What do you guys think? Let us know down below. We've got a newfound appreciation for all the street performers that add the extra spark of creativity to our cities. It ain't easy being a traveling street artist. We want to know what your absolute favorite performance was on this list. Or have you seen a street performer in the past that really blew your mind? Tell us what you think down in the comment section, and don't forget to
I told y'all which one it is for me. That dude on Facebook is the hypnotist. He be making me laugh. I be trying to figure out if it's real or fake. So that's who I'm looking for. That's the street performer I want to see. But all these people here are super, super talented. And yeah, man, they deserve everything they getting, bro. All the recognition, the tips, all that type of stuff. They deserve it. So shout outs to all the street performers out there, man. You know what I mean? So y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what was an unique experience you had with a street performer. Put it in the comment section. All right, it's your boy L. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.